Alright, this is part 2, baby!
Hey guys, Obo 1000.
Part 2 of Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. God, I can't wait. Like, I probably sound sarcastic because my voice is absolutely terrible, but I am literally excited for this. This is amazing. Alright. And I'm gonna start off by saying something that I actually never noticed before. Yeah, even with my favorite game of all time, I still notice these things, and I'm gonna point it out. This is 2 screens. Oops. Come on. Nope, 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 we are not dealing with that. Yeah, this is 2 screens. Do you see, so like, here's my mouse, alright, because yeah, it's an emulator. I've got like the physical cartridge. I actually have 2 copies of this game, technically. Alright, look, this is where the line is. Look how perfectly it matches up. It's like they almost knew that this game would be emulated someday. Okay, probably not, like, I don't know. It's just cool. Really, like, I like it. Right, anyway, whatever. Okay, let's continue the adventure. Where we last left off, Yep, welcome back, Jake, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, instead of me telling you where we last left off, I'm just gonna hit Y, because it says right here. I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. The observatory was attacked by beams of light, causing Jake to plummet from the heights down to Angel Falls. Although kindly helped by a young woman called Erin, who runs an inn there, Jake has suffered a devastating blow. He has lost his halo and wings. Yeah, believe me, I mean, when you put up with the flood a lot, you constantly lose the halo. That was a really bad joke. I don't care. I tried. Oh yeah, one negative thing I will say about emulating this game, see, the problem is that when you look at the character in detail, obviously it's amazing, it's 3D graphics, looks amazing, alright? The contrast with, like, everything else, it just seems weird, especially this lady here. Like, if you talk to her, I think Erin's quite worried about the lack of guests coming to stay at the inn. She's been very kind to you, helping you in your hour of need, so you'll have to try and help us somehow too. Yeah, if you take a look, she's literally just like a PNG. We're like an actual model. But still, like, it's not really that big of a deal, and I've never really played Dragon Quest. Well, I mean, I have played this game on an emulator before, but I've never beaten it before, so it'll be quite the experience, and plus, it is literally the best way for me to play this, because there's no way in hell I'm deleting my 200-hour plus save file on my DS where I have respec'd my characters like twice in terms of their classes. But whatever, we'll get there when we get there. Why don't I start off simple, alright? Or simple-ish, alright? Let's start off by going inside here. This is the item shop. In here you'll find the basic stuff. First let's check in here because, you know, we like stealing Lamau. Right, let's talk to this fella. Hello there, young minstrel. Erin sent you to do a bit of shopping for her, eh? Not really, I just wanted to come here to show the people exactly how you buy stuff. I've got it all here. Medical herbs, all kinds of weapons. Just take your pick. Welcome to the village shop. How can I help you today? Now, what would you like to buy? Okay. So, this is our introduction to the shop. We have medical herb, that basically stores 30 HP, the antidotal herb, stores poison, chimera wing, tool that can teleport people. That's not important. Alright, this isn't important, at least not now. It will become later, but this isn't, it's not that... I'll just shut up. Copper sword, we already own that. As a matter of fact, you can see where it says a number held right here. Yeah, it's a very useful. Soldier's sword. Yeah, you can see where it's all green and it's showing how much more attack we're getting. Alright. We also have the option of a leather whip. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's really cool that you get to wield different weapons in this game. I know you know, if you've played Dark Souls before or whatever, which God forbid I've yet to do it and I need to someday, or just any Soulsborne game, using a different weapon, not only a big deal, but like for a DS game, it's pretty cool. Oh yes, the fan. This was promoted heavily in the marketing. Yeah, this was heavily promoted in the marketing. It was wild. I actually, like, the marketing for Dragon Quest IX was beautiful. It was beautiful. But like, yeah, you can use fans as weapons in this game. It is insane. Pot lid raises defense and it's a shield. Leather shield, it's exactly what it is, a leather shield. I'm not gonna get a shield though, and you'll see why in a moment. Bandana, magical mending and defense. Plain clothes, wafers clothes, leather armor, cotton gloves, all that good stuff. Now, I think I'm gonna invest in leather armor, but I don't quite have enough, and we can't really finesse the store owner in this game. So what I am going to do is I'm going to sell, and this is an introduction into selling. Right. We have 5 horse menus that we have basically picked up earlier, if you recall correctly. We'll sell them all because, let's be honest, they're not really important right now. No, let's not sell anything else. Oh, hang on. There you go. Leather armor. Yep. Oh, and that is another really cool thing. They offer to put it on for you, so you don't have to go into your inventory and check it. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this. Also, if you're wondering what air punch does, if you press up on the D-pad, it does this. That's it. It's literally the default dance of this game. It's the default dance before the default dance. Alright. There is one final thing I want to showcase. Alright. If you go on equip... Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. It's so cool. Alright, it's so cool. And then like, if you press, you can rotate it. I'm gonna be honest, I've got what I mapped L and R to. But like, look. Like, this is one thing that I was really disappointed about in Dragon Quest XI, because when I played that, like, look, alright? Yeah, you can... It changes! It changes! Look at that, it changes! Look, you drag this on. Yeah! Yeah, look at that! And you take the sword off. Yeah! I mean, we don't really have much else. I mean, there's this, if you take that off, you can see... It just... Like... It really did annoy me that I couldn't change how I looked in Dragon Quest XI. I would equip, like, bandanas and stuff, but it would not affect how I looked, and it just felt so frustrating. I know it's not really a deal breaker or whatever, but like, come on. Come on. But anyway, that is easily one of the best parts of Dragon Quest IX. One of my favorites, and they promoted this in the marketing. They knew this. They knew this was going to sell well. Alright, they advertised it to, like, people of all ages, like, and all, like, you know, genders too, like, because the game, you're fighting and doing action and everything, and then, like, when I remember they had, like, ads showing the battles, and then they had ads showing the clothing, so, like, the people who really liked fashion and anything, like, that was geared towards, like, the women. It was very smart, like, marketing, and it really paid off because it was their best-selling Dragon Quest game ever at the time. Nowadays it's 11, I think it's 11 anyway, but this was the best-selling Dragon Quest game at the time, beating 8. Honestly. Right. Alright. Now. Let's progress the story. So, I forget if I'm meant to go to the far left house or the far right house. We'll check in here first, because that is the simplest one. You remember we helped these people earlier. I must admit, I was surprised when my granddaughter took you in after you fell from the waterfall that day. It's incredible how quickly you managed to recover. You young folk don't really realize how lucky you are. I know. Yep. We just break stuff. Yeah, we break stuff. Oh, hello, Jake. You're back much sooner than I expected. I'm preparing a meal at the moment, so can you wait a little bit? Now you're so much better. Why don't you take a stroll around the village and say hello to everyone? See, I would love to do that, but I actually don't want this video to go over 2 hours long. I was planning on progressing to a certain point, but we'll see how it goes. Also, notice the detail of this bell that's here. Yeah. Yeah, the earthquake basically, like... Yeah. Like, the area changes and everything. Like, I think even the house... Oh, not the house, sorry. The church changes. It's so much detail for, like, a DS game. So good. Alright. Okay. I'll check one house, and then we'll progress the story, because we have to go into the far left house. Let's talk to her. Ah, you're the one who's staying with Erin at the moment, aren't you, my child? Are you on the mend now? It really is a miracle that you survived that fall from the falls with just a few bumps and bruises. You must have a guardian watching over you, my child. It's the only explanation. I am the guardian. Hell yeah. Right, ooh, I also want to show you this. So if you try to escape the village... What are you doing? You know it's not a good idea to leave the village at the moment. You remember the earthquake the other day, I presume? Well, ever since then, there's been loads more monsters about. Now's not the time for a stroll in the great outdoors. Whatever are you thinking, Jake? Hmm? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean you. I was talking to our guardian. Yep, so he roadblocks us. But the thing is, like, I get that roadblocks kind of suck in video games because it is literally the game saying, hey, you can't progress here until you advance the story. But I think the way they did it here was pretty good. And there's not many roadblocks in the game. Not too many. I mean, we will get to a point where roadblocks are no longer a thing, for the most part. Alright? Let's enter this house. Okay. If we talk to this person... I used to be good friends with Erin's dad, Edwin. We knew each other since we were kids. He's no longer with us, sadly. He went to live in Stornoway for a time. He got married there, and that's where Erin was born. Her mother? Family she was always a bit of a fragile thing, and she died young. I forget the details now. Right, I will admit I did not know that actually. Most of my playthroughs just consist of me advancing the story straight away, but whatever. Let's go this way. Yeah. Now, when we walk through here, we get a cutscene. Mayor Littlen. Isn't it about time you did something useful with yourself rather than just hanging about the place causing trouble? You do well to take a leaf out of Erin's book. She puts in a lot of hard work at the inn. That girl. Huh? What's Erin got to do with it? I am trying to find something I want to do anyway. When I figure out what that is, I'll work my socks off. Probably. Yeah. Alright. Hey, what are you doing here? Huh? I didn't want anyone to see that. You better not tell Erin, okay? I mean, please don't tell Erin. I am, in fact, going to tell Erin. But before I do, let's go and chat with this person, Litland. Yeah. You're that minstrel who fell from the top of the waterfall, aren't you? The one who Erin took in. If your injuries are healed, then I suggest you find yourself some work rather than just hanging around the place. That is honestly fair enough. I mean, as a guardian, we quite literally work. Alright? Also, notice how the sky is getting darker. Yeah. It's so good.
man, games are just better back then. I don't care what people say. Games nowadays just suck. I'm sorry. Like, I get that indie games are kind of a thing now, but that's only, like, that's mostly PC stuff, I assume. I mean, there's probably stuff on the Xbox and PlayStation stores, but, like, PC is all the indie stuff is, meaning that's where all the most of the good games are. But every hi-fi rush, there's bound to be, like, 10... I don't know, like... Diablo 4s, yeah. First game that came to mind. Alright, Aaron, let me spill the beans. Just took a drink. Of water. Best, fluid. Hello again, Jake. I've just this minute finished preparing the food. You look like you've had quite a long walk. I expect you probably just want to eat your dinner and turn in for the night, don't you? Hell yeah. Food. Then let's eat. Can you help me lay the table? You can have a rest as soon as you finish eating, don't worry. Ba ba boo 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 beep. Morning, Jake. Come on, get up. You have a visitor. Ivor's here. He's got something or other he wants to talk to you about. He knows you're here, so I can't very well turn him away. Just give him a few minutes of your time, okay? Alright. Godforsaken. Man's built like a chess piece. 2 gold. I'm sorry, I can't take gold coins seriously because of, like, one funny story my friend had involving Terraria, where this is during the 360 days. He managed to get paired up with some Indian kid or whatever from, I don't know, God knows where. It was just like, it was a time where you could just pair with randoms or whatever, and he would just constantly ask for a gold coin. He was like, I want a gold coin. Like, he just wants a gold coin, god damn it. Alright. Hey Jake, don't look so surprised. There's something I want to talk to you about, that's all. I can't talk about it here though. Come outside a minute. Ooh, it's probably Aaron. I bet it's Aaron. Come on, come on, come on. Spill the beans, spill beans. Do it, do it, do it, pussy. Here's the thing. You heard about how the pass has been blocked by a landslide, right? No. Well, that pass is a lifeline for us here in Angel Falls. We're totally cut off if we can't use it. It's a real problem for everyone, I mean. So I was thinking, what better time for Ivor to come to the rescue? I'm going to clear the landslide and make it passable again. It'll get my dad off my back for a while, and I know Aaron will be pleased as well. There's just one hitch with my imperfect plan. Since the earthquake, there's been lots of monsters about, and it's pretty dangerous to leave the village now. That's where you come in. I was thinking that maybe you could tag along. You minstrel types are generally pretty handy in the scrap, right? Can I count on you to help me out? Fine. Knew it. Right then, you lead the way, Jake. It's easy enough to find. Just head out of the village and follow the road east. Oh yeah, and let's keep this to ourselves, okay? We don't want everyone sticking their beaks in. Ivor joins Jake. You don't hear that sound effect often in this game, I will tell you that, alright? But now look at that, Ivor actually follows us. Wherever we walk, he follows us. However, if we go into equipment, it doesn't show us Ivor, it just shows us. So we can't edit Ivor whatsoever. If we also go into attributes, I am fairly certain that, whole party. Ooh, okay, so it does show Ivor's attributes, kind of. Nothing much else apart from that, though. Yeah. It's crazy, though. He has a lot more agility than us, but weaker defense and attack. So, there's that. But whatever, let's progress on. Before I do, though, what's the kid say? When the earthquake happened, I saw a big shiny thing fall from the sky over by the mountain pass to the east. I kept telling people about it, but no one would believe me. I did see it, I know I did. I'm not gonna make any jokes. There have been a lot of more monsters about since the earthquake. Be extra careful if you're traveling outside the village. As if losing a battle isn't bad enough, you lose half your gold coins if you get defeated too. Now there's a slap in the face. Yep, you heard him. We lose half our coins if we die in battle. I am hoping, and I mean this when I say this, I am hoping to beat this game without dying once, as in having my entire party die, alright? That is my goal. The closest I ever came to do it, because I've never done it before, but the closest I ever came to doing it was in quarantine, where, very unfortunately, I died to a repeat boss fight of all things. Godforsaken Panther, leopard, whatever. You'll know when we get there. Here comes another lamb to the slaughter. If you can't go out there, you know, you can't go out there, you know. There are monsters about. Monsters? Real monsters! I'm sorry, I'm quoting Yukio right now, but it's funny. Stop trying to scare people. We're leaving the village. There's nothing you can do about it. Wait a minute. What are you doing with him, Ivor? Since when were you best mates? You are a pain sometimes. You're a pain sometimes. We're just going to clear the landslide, that's all. Alright, but there really are monsters about, you know. Nothing I can't handle. Just let us by, will you? Hold us up any longer and there'll be trouble. Go on then, I'm not stopping you. If you get tired or hurt, you'll come straight back to the village if you know what's good for you. A quick rest at Erin's house should be enough to get your strength back up again. There's no need to be a hero. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pussy. Just a word of advice. If you're running low on HP or MP, it's best to come back to the village. You'll be right as rain again if you just have a rest at Erin's house. The key is to make sure you don't push yourself too hard. Oh, please. If I wanted your advice, I'd ask for it. Who do you think you are, Jake's mom? I know you got yourself to look after, but keep an eye on Ivor too, won't you? Alright, this is it. I'm sorry, I just wanted you to hear the music. Listen to it. There is an orchestral version of the soundtrack. The entire OST. There's multiple, in fact. There's multiple versions of the OST on YouTube. There's the piano version, the orchestral version, a different orchestral version. And then of course there's the OG soundtrack. For some reason, a lot of people seem to really hop on the fact that Dragon Quest is like a game that is always meant to have orchestral music. And I don't know. I'm of the belief that I like whatever sounds better. Orchestral does not equal better, alright? In terms of this song though, the orchestral version does sound so much better. The orchestral version is so much better, but it's not for every song, alright? It depends, okay? Or, at the very least, it's my opinion. Right, that being said, we have to, if you look on the top screen, go all the way here, alright? Ignore this, ignore that, ignore this, and ignore that. Oh, and ignore this also. We are going here.
That's our plan. Alright, so that being said, let's do this. We follow the road. Oh, yep, there's our first enemy. Why don't we fight it? Here we go. I love that battle animation. That battle animation plays every single time you engage in a fight after loading up your save file. And I love it. I love it. Now, I don't know if you noticed, right, but I'll just show you again. The teeny sanguini, the teeny sanguini hasn't noticed the party's presence yet. That means we can get a cheeky attack on it. 5, 6. See that? That's damage multiplier. If you do multiple of the same attack or magic spell, it multiplies the damage, which can be really convenient, and it's a great, like, method of dealing damage. We'll be fine. There's the cucumber dildo. Ooh, sandbag. The sack squatch appears. This one has more health. See, yeah, it took 2 strikes there, although saying that, it didn't have the multiplier effect, but whatever, we still did it. And our level increases, but we're now level 2. We have Strength, Agility, Resilience, Deafness, Charm, Magical Mending, Magical Might, Max HP, and Max MP increased. I'm gonna be honest, it's been like over a decade, almost 15 years, and I still have no idea what Deafness is. I have no clue what Deafness is. I assume it's your likelihood of missing attacks, but, like, why? Why? I mean, I get it, but why? Like, I guess if you want, like, a build where your character is just completely luck-based or whatever, but I'm on a tangent. Our attributes improved, and we gained 8 gold coins. Okay. Also, if you're playing this game for the first time, my recommendation is that you fight any new enemies that you see. Oh! Right. Jake reads the sign. This way to the pass. See, here's a new enemy, so let's fight it. It's also a good way of just leveling up. Also, I've got another story about this area. So, at one point, I don't like talking about other YouTubers, personally. And the main reason why is because I just don't, like, want to involve other people outside of, like, my own kind of, like, personal circle into topics, but this is a relevant story. So, if you've seen the video by Cybershell, where he did a video on that one guy who made it to level 999 in, Final Fantasy VII while in the first area, I thought that was really cool, and I thought to myself, well, hey, what if I try that with Dragon Quest IX? And, well, I did it. Well, no, obviously I didn't do it. I gave up after, like, level 10. But basically, what happened was, I was on a server, and it was a Dragon Quest IX server. Yeah, an entire server on Discord. I thought it was really cool, but I both love and hate the server. The problem I have with the server is that everything in the game is just, like, been discovered, alright? Everything in this game has been discovered. Everything in this game has been dissected by the entire community, especially the moderator, like, or whatever he's got, like the main person in the server, the one who runs it. He is, like, he knows everything about this game, literally everything, like, down to... But basically, the problem I had with the server is that even though it was very useful for gathering things... Ooh, critical! Nice one, Ivor. But even though the server... Level 3! Hell yeah. And we learned how to heal. We got 32 gold coins, which is 4 times more than what the sandbag gave us. Anyway, as I was saying, what ended up happening... I'll fight this enemy here so that I can get more XP, but what ended up happening
Oh, they struck before we did. Yeah, there's... Okay, I need to stop getting distracted. Basically, what the server did was it turned the game into just a sequence of numbers. Like, it turned it into math. It's like, it boiled the game down to a point where it just was not fun anymore. And it was just so depressing, realizing this. Like, pretty much it was using, like, item manipulation and all that, which it's fine for the most part, but it was, like, so specific. It was like a science almost, and it just... there was no fun to be had at all, because the game had just been, like, boiled down as, like, bare bones and, like, basic as possible. And I'll never forget this. To give you an example of how much the moderator, the leader, knows about this game, and this isn't me having a go at him. I think that he is very talented and, like, all that. Especially with this game. I think that the stuff that he has done for this game is amazing, and I love the fact that he's keeping it alive. But I remember speaking with him, and I told him about, oh, you know, I'm gonna see if I can try and hit level 99 at the starting area. He told me, oh, yeah, by the way, I figured it out. I did the math. He had done the math. He had done the math, like, he had figured out so much about the game that he started to, like, do theoreticals, basically. He was like, well, I know everything about the game, so, like, what if I just figure out, like, what happens if this happens? Like, he actually, like, thought about it. Something so obscure like that, he actually thought about it, and he gave me the exact number and on how much XP you would need, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, at that point, he told me to not do the challenge, and I was like, right, fine, I won't do it. But it just left a bad taste in my mouth, because it just made me realize that he knew everything. Everything about this game, like, has been uncovered. It's not like Final Fantasy VII, where the game is so broken that new stuff is found all the time. No, this is different. Like, the game isn't as broken, so, like, anything that could possibly be found out has already been found out. It's depressing. And I just hated it. I felt like I had discovered everything in this game. You know? Like, have you ever had that feeling where you just want more out of something, but there isn't more? That's it. It really did upset me, but I have huge respect for the entire team that, you know, does Dragon Quest IX. Right. Anyway, after that tangent, I will show you a neat trick. Now, notice how the enemies can follow you. Well, watch this. If you do this, you could just run away. You could just run away. Yeah. I love this, by the way. If you are really skilled with going in circles like that, you could just outright prevent them from following you. You don't need holy water as a result. Like, you don't need to hide yourself. It's so cool. Right, cutscene time. Finally, we're here at last. The landslide's somewhere in these woods, apparently. Indeed. Let's advance forward. Ooh. Okay, the textures are a bit bugged there, but who cares? Well, that one part of it was. What are you staring at? It's just a fallen tree. I don't get what's so fascinating about it. It can be probably weird sometimes, you know that? The landslide's this way. I'll go on ahead. Yeah, he can't see that. Only we can. You try and interact with it, the door's shut tight and there's no way to open it. Going here, there's a chest. We open it up, and inside is a gold ring. Go into the equips. And equip. Now, the accessories are the only cosmetics in this game, or the equipment, where you can't see a visual change in your character. But that's fine. That's one thing out of, like, that's one thing out of 7. Alright? It's great. Like, I think that's fair as well, because, like, why bother putting in the time and energy into doing so many accessories in this game? Because there's so many accessories. Like, you'd have to, like, do a tiny little texture on the finger. It just wouldn't make sense. Alright. That was weird. It was almost as if you could see the Starflight Express. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it before, but for those of you who do not know, everyone knows this, I guarantee you. Yeah, that's Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 hair. I did not know that as a kid, because I didn't really watch Dragon Ball. Not until much later, anyway. I watched Dragon Ball well after I did the initial Dragon Quest 9 video all the way back then. Unpopular opinion, no, I do not like Gohan. I do not like the fact that, like, he basically, like, usurped everyone at, like, what, 11 years old or something? And, like, Goku... It was just annoying. Like, I just did not like the fact that a kid was, like, the most powerful thing in the universe. Like, I get that he had, like, an arc that was built up and anything, but it just felt really stupid. I didn't like it, like, especially in the first episode of Z. If you've seen all of Dragon Ball, which I've read it, I have the entire original Dragon Ball manga, and I've read all of it. You watch Goku, like, grow up and everything, and he learns so much, like, over the course of his experience, and he grows as a character, and he grows stronger, and you genuinely feel like he has progressed so much. And obviously, it's a bit weird for a kid to be that strong, but they explain it away by saying, oh yeah, he's an alien in Z. And that makes so much sense. It's like, oh my god, yeah, of course. Of course, but then, like, Gohan comes along, gets no training, and at 4 years old, he is able to defeat one of the strongest Saiyans in the galaxy. Like, really? A 4-year-old kid? Keep in mind, Raditz was stronger than Piccolo and Goku. I just... Oh, God, I just did not like it. I did not like it. And then, like, when the stupid, like, Boo Saga came around, and then Gotenks and Trunks were, like, Super Saiyan... I just... I love a lot of Dragon Ball, but I hate a lot of Dragon Ball as well, alright? God. I really do think that the Cell Saga should have been focused on Vegeta. I think Vegeta should have, like, killed Cell. I really should. I really do think that would have been the case. Whatever. Alright. Jake reads a sign. Ahead lies Stornway. This is worse than I thought. Is this it? But it's so much bigger than I thought. You and I will never be able to shift this on our own. Stupid landslide. And I was all ready to see the look on Dad's face when I came back to the village a hero. Kick. Wow. Hello. Is somebody there? Hello. If you're there, say something. Show yourself. Thus do the pleas of the mortals speak out. I'm sorry. Alright. Huh? It sounds like there's someone on the other side. Hey, I'm over here. It's me, Ivor from Angel Falls. No doubt you've heard of me. Jings, someone from Angel Falls. We're soldiers sent from Stornway. King Scott sent us to clear the landslide. Blimey, the King of Stormy must really rate Angel Falls to bother helping us out like that. I suppose that means we're not really needed here then. Huh. I wish we hadn't bothered coming all this way. Wait, there's an urgent matter we need to ask you about. Do you happen to know if a lass called Patty made her way to your village just after the earthquake? She works at the inn in Stornoway, but she took off one day for Angel Falls and we've heard nothing of her since. Patty? Nope, doesn't ring any bells. Why would she want to come to Angel Falls anyway? Aye, well, rumour has it she was on her way there through the hexagon. The path there's been locked too, so we've no way of finding out where she is. The hexagon? The old ruin we used to have to go, that old ruin we used to have to go traipsing all the way through before this place was built. No one goes there anymore. It's jam-packed with monsters and falling apart so badly it might come down on your head. There's no way a woman would go there alone. The rumors must be wrong. Alright, well perhaps you could just relay to your village the fact that the road will be open again soon. If you could ask around about Patty while you're at it, that would be grand. No problemo, just leave it to me. You can always count on Eyeball. Come on Jake, home time. I recommend they'll all be pretty pleased to hear the news. Yep, that's that. We're heading back. Now, if we check how much gold we have 112 coins. Ideally, I want to farm some gold, alright? I'm going to try and farm some gold. Now, I have thought about how I'm going to go about grinding. Part of me has thought that I would do some off-camera grinding, and I think I will mostly be doing off-grinding, camera grinding, because that sounds better. But instead of doing that, why don't I just show you, like, different areas of the map? And while I do show you different areas, if I find any huntsmen, or whatever the bow and arrow people are called, I'll fight them because they give out the most experience. You can mostly find it. Oh god damn it, this is stupid. Yeah. Also, I think that animation plays in a new area. My bad. Whatever. Also, ooh, critical. Nice one. Right. Also, I want to point something out. I have the ability to speed up the emulator. Yep. So, if at any point I'm getting sick of, like, you know, trotting through menus and battles and stuff, I can just fast forward. But I will try my best not to do that. Alright? I'll try my best not to, because I want an authentic experience. Anyway, here's the archer. Hunter, whatever. Huntsman? Bodeclin Archer was an archer. 1. How did I go first? I have less speed than you, Ivor. At least I'm pretty sure I have less speed than you. Anyway, you're dead. Rip Bozo. 16 gold coins. Right here, you see these sparkling bits on the ground. You pick them up, and it's medical herbs. Pick it up. Medical herbs. Let's fight this again. Okay, right. This, by the way, I do want to point something out as well. The battles in this game were revolutionary for the series. Before, it was like nowhere near as interactive as it is in here. They really revamped the battle and made it so much more enjoyable. It's why I struggle to enjoy the older games nowadays, because, like, it just does. It's just not as fun. It's like doesn't have as much depth. You can go blind. Like my character did there. That's one example. Another example is like, characters can get infatuated with love, like Pokemon, you know, like Attract and all that nonsense. Like, characters can also, like, dance. They can use, Coup de Grace. Hallucinate, right. Yep, I miss. God damn it. Oh well. It's not a big deal. Ooh, you hit that. Nice. Dazzle. Not enough MP. I just want to keep going until I get enough experience, I'd say. Ooh, alright. We get skill points. Okay. Skill points. Allocating skill points. Use the skill points you earn to increase party member skills and learn new spells, abilities, and traits. The allocate skill points command is now available on the MISC menu. You can allocate skill points from the MISC menu whenever you like. So, this. Okay. This here is why I genuinely love this game and prefer, well, obviously there's so many other things I love about it, but this is a reason why I really prefer Dragon Quest IX over the other Dragon Quests. In other Dragon Quest games, you like railroaded down certain weapon types, and it sucks. Like, it's even in 11, like, you do have an option of like going like and adding skills for like daggers or like magic or whatever, but like it's just so limited. It's so limited, whereas here, you can allocate skill points to whatever the hell you want depending on your class. And it's insane. Like, look, we can allocate skill points for sword, whip, fan, shield, and liftness. Now, each of these have a different thing about them. So we got Dragon Slash, attack plus 10 while using a sword. So our attack increases by 10 when we're using a sword. But like, you just get abilities. And like, it just increases over time, until you get omnivocational sword master, meaning that you can utilize swords of whatever class that you want, irregardless of whether or not the class allows you to use swords or not. And this applies to everything. It applies to the whips, it applies to the fans, it applies to the shields as well. And the shield is insane. Like, oh, it's so good. Liftness too. Oh, it's just, it's great. It's so good, alright? And so, here's what I'm gonna do. I will dedicate it to using a sword. Alright? So I'll give 3 skill points to the sword. And now we learn Dragon Slash. And there's achievements in this game, yes! We get achievements! In a DS game! Achievements in a DS game. Also, notice how the enemies are running away from us now because we're really powerful. It's so good! This game, man! This game, it's so good! Cool. And it's been defeated. Right. How much mana do I have now? I think that's plenty. I'm gonna say it's plenty. I hope so. I forgot how much the soldier sword costs. Actually, I might want a bunch of other stuff. I might, although I guess I could sell stuff if, like, it comes down to it. Right, this way. Oh, God's sake, I went, like, lazy there for a moment. It's like that feeling when you're just, like, in the zone. But whatever, we can, like, just go hog wild on the enemies now. Look at that. Well, I leveled up 4 times as well, if you've noticed. I'm, like, well above Ivor now in terms of skill. Oh, the cucumber still chases after us, but whatever, we're built different. When you go back inside and talk to Hugo. Hey Ivor, you're back. Managed to clear that line slide, did you? Haha, just wait till I tell you the news. Ooh, what is it? Tell me, stop looking so smug and just spill the beans. Nah, I have to report it to Dad first, don't I? Then I'll come back and fill you in. Okay. So, Let's go speak to his daddy. Alright, we got a cutscene here. I see. So the soldiers from Stormway should have the pass cleared for us before long. That's right, everyone will be so relieved to hear the news that Ivor saves the day, yeah? Don't be ridiculous, you were foolish to go all the way out there. Just the two of you. Utterly foolish. But why are you so angry? If we hadn't gone to the landslide, you'd never have known it was about to be cleared. So what if I didn't know now? I'd have found out soon enough. Knowing a little bit sooner is hardly worth risking your life for. That's why I'm angry. That's why you're foolish. Sorry, just took a drink. Ah, fine. Oh yeah, there was something else. Something I heard from one of the soldiers. They want us to find some girl called Patty who went missing on her way here. Wait a minute. Is that true? He just slides on in like nothing. Aaron, what are you doing here? What do you think? I'm here because I heard you whisked Jake off on some silly adventure. Hell yeah! Me and the boys going to beat the landslide to a pulp so we could pass through like Chads. Anyway, never mind that. Is it true that Patty from Stormway's gone missing? Ah yes, you're from Stormway originally, aren't you, Aaron? Do you know the woman? I seem to remember my dad talking about someone called Patty from his days in Stormway. Oh dear, maybe she didn't know he'd passed away and she was coming here to see him. Well, I can understand everyone's concerns, but we can't very well send off a search party with no lead to go on. Yawning. Actually, the soldier said something about how she might have been on her way here, through the hexagon. Is that so? Well, even if that's the case, we still can't be of any help. The hexagon is far too dangerous nowadays. Aaron, why don't you go take Jake home now? Try not to worry too much. I'd appreciate a bit of privacy so I can talk some sense into this pig-headed son of mine. There's no need for that, Dad. Ooh. I was so worried when I heard you left the village, Jake. You seem to be unscathed, though. You're obviously a lot tougher than I thought. Speaking of which, I wonder if I could ask you a favour, Jake. See, I'm quite worried about all this talk of Patty going missing, so I was wondering if you could... Oh, never mind. The hexagon is really far too dangerous. Couldn't possibly ask that much of you. I'm obviously worried about Patty, but it's far too dangerous to go off to the hexagon looking for her. All we can do is pray to the Almighty to keep her safe. Guardian Jake, please watch over Patty and see that she comes to no harm. We are Guardian Jake. Why don't we go ahead and save her? I don't care, we're gonna do it. Oh wait, what does this guy say? A few. Oh. Righty-ho. Now, I'm gonna quickly buy something from here. So, welcome to the village shop. How can I help you today? Let's sell some stuff. Oh, God's sake. Yep. No, not buy. Hang on. Sell items. Right then. First off, I believe I should sell some holy water. I don't necessarily need it currently. Yes. Antidotal herb. I think I can manage with just one for now. Let's check the bag. Waco Robin. Yeah, let's sell that. We can get Waco Robins much later. Chimera Wing, we also don't really need that, so I'll sell that also. Buy... Oh, just enough. Yes, and we can equip it. And anything else? There's a bandana. Yeah, bandana. Once you get the bandana, that should be everything. Yep. Alright, cool. So now, if we look at ourselves in the equipment... Oh, hang on. Look at us. Look at us. See? Do you see this? Look, this is what I was going on about earlier. Anything that you equip is applied to you. If you put on a bandana in Dragon Quest XI or in Dragon Quest VIII, it does nothing from what I've seen anyway. It does nothing. Like, I tried it. I tried playing the game and it just doesn't give you it. Like, even the sword is different. Look at the sword. If I equip this, look at that. Look at it. It's so much better. You can change everything and it looks different apart from the accessories, but I can understand why. Actually, hang on. I might need some gloves. I might want to get some gloves. So let's sell some equipment. We don't really need the copper sword anymore, so let's sell that. We can also sell... I go and buy... cotton gloves. It just increases deafness. I don't really care about deafness though, so I think I'm fine. I think we're fitted the hell out. Yeah. Alright then. That being said, let's save the game. Alright, no matter who or what... Yeah, you said this before. Let's save the game. Right. I have successfully reported your adventure log, and no. Yep. That's it for part 2. Oh god. I do really hope to finish this game, by the way. I really do hope to finish this game and, like, actually complete it this time, so just giving up on it like last time. Mark my words. Mark my words. I will finish this. Alright? I will. For the time being, no. Hope you've enjoyed it. To recap, we basically have adjusted to life in a village, checked on the landslide, introduced ourselves to some battle, and had some casual talk. So, I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed, and Bonya.